We're clone back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are reacting to the one and only guitar god, not Steve Vai, I forgot about that, and also Satriani, and also Dimebag, and also James Hetfield, and also pretty much anyone else I can think, including Marty Friedman. John Petrucci. This is the John Petrucci masterclass tone demonstration the night after he played live with Zakk Wylde for the first time. And in case you couldn't guess it, I am using the Archetype Petrucci Neural DSP plugin through, y'all know what it's called. Come on, help me out here. Studio One, which... Not quite, John. I'll get it. I'm going to watch this YouTube video on his tone demonstration, explaining how he visualizes it and whatever else. Let's get into it. Skadoosh.
All right. So the first of all, I think what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to do this in two parts. All right. The first part will be this class. The second part will be the second class. But one of the things I want to start with is that whatever I show you here today could definitely be applied to any scenario, any setup that you might have. So, obviously, I'm playing the gear that I play because this is what I like, what I gravitate to, and also what I help design with these basic numbers. But if you don't have this gear, or you're, say, using a plug-in, like an Archetype Petrucci or something like that, or if you're using Cortex or Max or anything else, I think what I'm going to show you still applies in all the situations, right? So the first thing is how I think about it, and I'm going to say is how I see the sound. And I specifically use that word see and not hear because
Now we pay attention.
Look at my guitar sound as an image. That's how I see it. That's what I go for. And the best way to explain it is to kind of give you some examples. So picture, let's say picture a painting.
I've never heard anyone discuss it like this before. This is a very new idea to me. Visualizing sound is different than understanding the sound you're going for as though it were a picture.
Of some sort of scene, like let's say it's the beach. Right? And if you picture a beautiful painting of the beach, you're going to have, what's in the front, maybe the sand and some little leafy things. You're going to have the ocean, and you're going to have the sky with the sun and some birds and stuff like that. That's a complete picture, right? If that was a guitar sound, it'd probably be an awesome guitar sound if it was done right. It would be like everything would be balanced. You'd be seeing all the things you want to see. Now, if that was a guitar sound, but the painting was all beach, really close up, something would be out of whack, right? It would be like, I don't know, maybe the equivalent is that it would sound too dark or too bassy or whatever.
So like poor EQ is kind of what he's getting at there. Like you don't want only mids. Of course, everything that I'm saying should be taken within context of a song, just like everything he's saying should be taken in context of a song. Like John Petrucci plays for Dream Theater. Dream Theater is a progressive metal band. Because it's a metal band, like, you're going to have distortion. Like, you're not going to have a super clean acoustic vibe for all of their songs. You're going to have, like, that are dirty. They're going to be nasty, and they're going to be, with, in his case, extremely fast. I'm no John. I'm a Mike.
Let's say it was like really off and the sun was way too close and the perspective it was off. It would seem too bright, right? That's how I think about sound. So the clean.
What the?
Usually I kind of mix it with the clean sound.
Yeah, I don't know how to play it. I just tried to figure it out by ear from knowing the song, etc.
Right, so that's one sound there.
I'll
The
be
second
like him
sound
one day.
is, of course, the when I was talking about the main rhythm sound. And usually, and this is actually, I guess, lesson number one, I see people make a mistake with this all the time. So
What is it, John?
it might be a taste thing, but I'm just going to put it out there.
What am I changing,
think
buddy?
the crunch sound is your main rhythm sound, and the style of music I play is more metal, right? So I'm kind of coming from the metal perspective. If you don't play metal, maybe this doesn't
Minimum
apply.
effect? What?
But for me, that sound should be
want?
dry. No,
Dry?
don't put reverb on there. That is a mistake. No, number one. No reverb, no
Dry.
compression, no noise gate. I know a lot of people like to use
No
noise
noise
gates.
gate.
I don't use them because I think it kind of,
If you want it to sound like this,
I think it plays with the dynamics, the natural dynamics that the amplifier has.
go
But
for
you
it,
know,
buddy.
if you're playing a style that's very stop and go and you need a real heavy sound and you need to have that gate, I'll let it pass. But me personally, I like to set the amplifier so it's like on the verge of feeding back, and then I pull it back a little bit.
This tone is always awesome.
Okay? So you see the way it's like stop on a dime dry, right? The gank, as we call it. You want to have the gank. So if you guys are adding,
I got the gank.
reverb, it's gonna make that. This is where you
Sorry, I'm
want
interrupting
your creamy, soaring sort of sound. And again, visually, I always look at this sound. I think I told this to Tosin. My image is that I'm standing on top of a mountain. And
That's a delay.
I'm playing a solo, the wind is in my hair, and there's all these, like, as I'm playing guitar, with every note, little birds are flying out of my guitar, and like, just surrounding me, right? That's the lead sound that I tried to go for.
Dang, bro.
Right? So you can hear the difference.
Damn, bro, I want birds. One bend? Give me birds. Come on. Beginning of another day. Everybody, get ready.
Difference between the three different sounds, right?
It's a bit better than me.
I'm going to take that same chorus I played before, that pedal. It's going to go in front of this distorted sound. Listen to that. going on now. The pedal didn't sound like it did before. I actually think it sounds kind of cool.
It did not.
It's interacting with the distortion.
It did sound cool. I mean, it didn't sound the same.
Thing. Now, listen to the same thing, right? Our dry sound with the chorus in the effects loop. So remember, now the chorus is going to take that distorted sound. It's not going to interact with the distortion or anything. It's just going to apply the effect. Apply the effect to the sound. So here we go. So here it is without anything.
What is that? Nice. I know that song. I just forgot the name of it.
So, you know, what do you guys think? You know, what's your opinion on the two again? Wow, everybody's going to. So he says 1. You're saying 2. You're saying 1. You're saying 2. It depends on the song. It depends on the application. It also depends on your taste. He's saying 1. So this is really great. I love this. I love that there are different opinions because everybody's different and your application is going to be different. And you know what? I use both
He's right. That's what makes music beautiful and what makes the world beautiful.
of them, to be honest with you. It depends on what I'm doing, right? If I'm doing something like I just played where there's these big chords, I'm going to use 2 because that's going to make this huge sound. If I'm doing something, you know, like last night with Zach, I was actually doing this. I was using a Boss Waza CE2, which is just a chorus pedal, but like with the rate really high to kind of get like that Zach vibe. So that sounded like this. So here's a dry. That's a cool sound too, you know? So it depends on what you're at.
Bro is just mimicking vibrato like instantly. I remember a video where he was talking about, I think it was Loudwire. He was talking about how he would sit down and listen to vibrato slowed down, and it would sound like. And how there's like different types, and Steve Vai, he'll take his vibrato and he'll usually with just one finger, and he'll go. Because when you apply pressure to a fretted note, it actually changes and goes sharp. So he's doing both, and it allows for a lot of different stuff that you can normally not do, but it's pretty cool. And Petrucci just nailed Zach's vibrato, which is like his signature everything. Yeah, I love when Zach plays that.
Actually doing. And you could even use a sound like that on single notes as well.
Sounds like more than one note to me, buddy.
That's a cool sound as well, and that might actually even be more applicable than doing that whole after chorus effect. Let's experiment a little bit more. Let's go back to a clean sound. Let's see. Check this out. Let me just check my tuning. Any questions so far about that stuff? Yeah, go ahead.
You talked about the effects loop. What exactly is that?
Okay. He's asking what exactly is an effects loop? So, Not all amplifiers, but most amplifiers, especially the more modern ones, have what's called an effects loop. So what you'll see, besides what's on the front of the amplifier, like, usually you have drive or gain, volume, treble, bass, mid, presence. On the back of the amplifier, you might see something that says send and return. Yeah.
Are you ever using delay in front of the, like the Van Halen trick?
Right.
In any songs or anything like that? Or
Right.
do you ever use that?
So, Ola's asking about the delay and where I put it. So, I think back in the day, I would listen to Rush albums and I feel like they'd have an analog delay pedal or a Van Halen, like you said,
Yeah.
and the delay would go in front of the amp and basically purposely interact with the distortion and create a certain sort of sound. And it might have been because those amplifiers didn't have effects loops. I don't know, maybe that was the only way to do it. When I was younger, I would do that to get that sound. I don't do that as a normal practice, though. And I was actually, if we can find a delay pedal for part 2, I was going to demonstrate that to show people what that sounds like. It's a whole different sound. It's not the birds on top of the mountain thing. This is something completely different, where it's like repeating and distorting, and it's a certain kind of thing. It's a cool sound as well. I think it's more retro, probably. But I'll demonstrate, if we can find a delay pedal, I'll demonstrate that later. You have one? Yeah. Beautiful, can you bring it? Anybody that has one, bring that. You have one too? There we go, look at that.
What is this event? I want to go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my video, my reaction to John Petrucci's Tone Mission, or whatever that was. If you liked it, please subscribe, watch more, and send me money, because money is cool. Have a good one, everybody.